Every delivery driver loses money. The difference is that some drivers don't even realize they're doing it. When I first started, I thought making more money meant working longer hours, but I eventually discovered I was wasting time, fuel, and opportunities because of small habits that seemed harmless. And in this video, I'm going to talk about 10 of the biggest mistakes I see drivers make and that I've made, and more importantly, what to do instead. Some of these mistakes were costing me hundreds of dollars every month before I figured them out. Mistake number 1, chasing hotspots. One of the biggest traps for new drivers is constantly chasing hotspots. The app lights up another area and suddenly you're driving 5 or 6 miles just to get there. By the time you arrive, the rush is usually over. Those hotspots show where orders were, not necessarily where they'll be. I used to waste a lot of gas driving from hotspot to hotspot. Now I stay near clusters of reliable restaurants that consistently produce orders. The less unnecessary driving you do before accepting an order, the more money stays in your pocket. Now here's what I'd do instead. Learn your market. Know which restaurants stay busy during breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and weekends. Experience beats the hotspot map almost every time. Mistake number 2, waiting too long at restaurants. Now here's one almost every driver has dealt with. You walk in, they're just finishing it. 5 minutes later, still waiting. 10 minutes later, still waiting. 20 minutes later, still waiting. At some point, you have to ask yourself one simple question. Is this order still worth it? Sometimes waiting makes sense. Sometimes it's quietly destroying your hourly earnings. One long wait can prevent you from completing 2 or 3 faster deliveries. Set a personal limit. Mine changes depending on the payout, but I don't wait forever just because I've already invested a few minutes. That's called the sunk cost trap. Don't let one bad order ruin the rest of your shift. Mistake number 3, parking too far away. This sounds small, but it adds up. If you're making 20 deliveries in a day and walking an extra minute each time, you've lost 20 minutes. That's almost enough time for another delivery. Whenever it's safe and legal, park where you're minimizing walking without creating extra hassle. Sometimes the closest spot isn't available, and that's fine. But don't automatically park on the far side of the parking lot because it looks easier. Little time savings become big money over hundreds of deliveries. Mistake number 4, accepting every order. This one gets people into trouble. Some drivers think every order equals more money, but not necessarily. A $6 order going 12 miles can keep you busy for half an hour. Meanwhile, you may miss several better paying deliveries. Every order has an opportunity cost. Instead of asking, can I make money? Ask, is this the best use of my next 30 minutes? That simple mindset shift changed how I evaluated every offer. Mistake number 5, driving around between orders. This mistake surprised me. I thought staying in motion meant I'd get more offers. Instead, I was just burning gas. Many experienced drivers have learned that strategically waiting near busy restaurants often works better than constantly driving circles around town. If you're in a good location, stay there. Every unnecessary mile lowers your profit. Fuel costs aren't the only expense. You're also adding wear and tear to your vehicle. Mistake number 6, ignoring peak hours. Not every hour pays the same. Some drivers work random hours and wonder why earnings fluctuate so much. Lunch, dinner, weekend evenings, those tend to be the busiest times in many markets. If you only have a few hours available, try scheduling them during the times when demand is naturally higher. Working smarter often beats working longer. Mistake number 7, not tracking expenses. This isn't exciting, but it matters. Mileage, gas, oil changes, maintenance, phone mounts, hot bags, even small business expenses can make a difference when tax season comes around. Many drivers wait until April and then try to remember everything. Good luck with that. Keep a simple mileage tracker or expense log. Future you will be grateful. Now, even if one of these tips helps you earn a little more on your next shift, consider subscribing. I make videos focused on practical advice that real people can actually use. Now, let's talk about one mistake that quietly costs drivers more than almost anything else. Mistake number 8, multi-apping the wrong way. Running multiple apps isn't automatically better. Done correctly, it can increase your earnings. Done poorly, it creates late deliveries, confused routing, lower ratings, and unnecessary stress. Don't accept more than you can realistically complete. Protect your customer ratings, protect your completion rate. Long-term consistency beats squeezing one extra order into every trip. Mistake number 9, never learning their market. Every city develops patterns. Certain restaurants are always behind, others are incredibly fast. Some apartment complexes take forever, others are easy. The more notes you keep, whether mentally or on paper, the faster your decision making becomes. Over time, you'll start recognizing profitable patterns before other drivers do. Knowledge becomes another form of income. Mistake number 10 is focusing only on today's money. This might be the biggest mistake of all. It's easy to chase today's payout, but experienced drivers think about tomorrow too. They maintain their vehicle. They avoid unnecessary miles. They protect customer ratings. They stay organized. They reduce stress, because this isn't just about making one good day. It's about building habits that keep paying you month after month. Delivery work becomes much easier when your systems improve. The interesting thing is that none of these mistakes are dramatic. They're small decisions repeated dozens of times every week, and that's exactly why they matter. If you fix just 2 or 3 of these habits, you may notice your hourly earnings improve without working longer hours. But for your next shift, challenge yourself to pick just one mistake from today's list and consciously avoid it. Small improvements compound faster than most people realize. Drive safe, work smart, and I will see you in the next video.